projects that we're giving and handing to everybody. So first, it serves for all producers, distributors, and people who are interested to meet the projects that will do the pitch here today that were selected for the Pitch Balkan program. So if you want to meet the special projects, you make a cross on their name, and I will be collecting them, all the sheets, and arranging the meetings for the one-to-ones that we'll have in the afternoon at the opposite side of the 23rd floor at the bar. Also, it will serve for the voting of the best pitch that we have here at the Balkan Film Market. We did it also last year. Please rate the projects from 1 to 14 who you like most. Thank you.
When you vote, you don't have to put your name. Okay. We come from France. You know, you don't put your name on the vote. It's okay.
Everything is confidential. I'll be the only one to have all the votes. It was the same last year. Nobody has seen the papers. I swear by God, I have all the
You can trust this lady. She's a tough cookie.
So a few things. I want to thank every one of you that made it to the pitch. It's the heart of our market. We have selected some really good projects that we carefully have studied, and some of the projects we invited, some are through the application process. It's very important because we try to do something and support certain projects that have a backbone, projects that have a certain sense of authenticity, and forge that strong Balkan idea. We're hoping to encourage this. Most of them are in the first or the second feature film, so we need your support in a way by taking care and carefully following the pitches. Do not interrupt, do not get in the middle of the pitches, please get out, and we'll take care so nobody interrupts them when they come in. In the end, when you have the voting and you meet your meetings figured out, we're handing up to the papers to my Linda, and then there is a session, one-on-one meetings that takes place at the lobby across on the other side of the building. So on that note, I do not want to take more of your time and apologize that we start a little bit late. We wish you all the pitchers the best of luck, and I will pass it to Agathe. I want to thank you very much for her great work and leading the whole thing.
Okay. Thank you. And Daniel, before presentation and then we'll launch it, I have, look, we are being late. So we are 7 projects to be pitched to this audience now. So we'll be finished, let's say, 12:15, and we can start again at 12:45, and we'll be finished at like 2:15. Okay, so it's a little change on the planning. We start half an hour late, and we will be finished 15 minutes late. So you see, it's kind of a good deal. Okay, it's okay for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, nice to see you here. So my name is Agathe Berman. I'm from France, and I've been I'm going to MC these 2 sessions. I've been the pitchologist for all the participants you're going to see today from all the Balkans. So, before we start with a Romanian project, I want to repeat after Andanian the rules of the game. So, last people to get in, but there are participants. So, as it's like speaking in public is always something, so we request from you your full attention. Since language is English is our common language, but it's not a natural language for everybody. It's more or less natural, so they need strong attention. Everybody needs strong attention. So I will be insisting on focus all the time. So please no phone ringing, no going out. When people are speaking, wait in between. So it's in between 5 and 9 minutes per participant. And it's going to be fiction films and documentary, and I think we're ready to start. Because as a pictologist, I say all the time to the participant, less is more. So I go for less is more also. So, now, project number 1. It's, okay, called Life Beats Reality, and it is presented by its director and producer, Andrea Valian, that I call Andrea Everything Valian, because she can do everything, and she will tell you soon after the trailer how much she can do everything. So Ali, can you have a trailer for number 1, Life Beats Reality, okay? Andrea.
Hello, I'm Andrea. I'm coming from Romania. And what you just saw, unfortunately with the lights on, it's my video presentation for the film that I'm pitching here. It's just for you to see my main actor and the mood and sequences from the life of my main character named Pogo. So I'm pitching here a story about Pogo, who is an artist, a child artist, and he is doing everything that is possible and impossible to bring back his mother. So he's living in a suburb of Bucharest together with his brother, which is 16 years old, and his father. And his mother is disappeared from home for a few months. They really don't know what's happened with her. So he discovered this big, excuse me, he discovered this big contest, TV contest called Life Beats Reality, where people are sending video about their life. So in a short video, they have to make a video about their life as the structure of a film. So he's got this idea that he was going to make a film because his mother was a TV addict and she really loves reality shows. So he said that I'm going to make a movie and my mother is going to see it and she will return to me. So in a way, Pogo, it's like all of us in this room. You know, he's a writer, he's a film director, he's a film producer, he's even financing his film, he's selling his film, he's a sales agent for his film. So he's trying a little bit of everything in order to make this happen, this movie happen. The difference between him and us is that he's aiming for just one person in the audience, his mother. So everything is for her. I'm not going into details about the script. The script has a little bit complicated story, and even it seems dark because it's a lot of depression, poverty, a suicide in it. The film is not going to be like that. The film is full of life and optimism because of this child. So this child is also discovering that he's got a talent and he can do something with this talent. And this talent gives him energy and optimism. To talk about a little bit about production part, I think it's the same. Even if it seems very dark, that I have a very big budget and zero finance secured. And also I failed the last session of our contest. Meanwhile, since I put this application and failing the contest, I made a short with the same actor that you saw and that I want to use. I made a short that was selected in Cairo Film Festival. That means that my chances in the next contest are much bigger. And also in Romania, if you go into a festival, they give you automatic support for your next film. So I kind of have some money, so I'm not zero finance. Thank you very much, and if you have a question, please contact me.
So, of course, any further question is for a one-to-one meeting. And Damian, sorry for taking this, there is no way for having the light out.
They got the LED monitor, it's like really, really powerful, and that's why they did it, because they do not want to mess up with the light, and we did it last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, you understand, it's not he's not going to the movie, it's really working. There will be no dark light, you know, okay. So, we continue now with a project from Greece called Memory Reloaded, which is a feature film, science fiction, can I say that? Yes, which is to be presented by its writer, Despina Charalampous, and it's and she's also Despina is also the co-director of the film with Panos Papas. They're coming after the end, and they're here with their producer Nancy Kokolaki. Okay, and we launched the trailer before you come. That's it. So Ali, can we have the trailer for Memory Reloaded, please? Okay. Carlos Papas, Nancy Gopolaki. Please, the mic is yours. Nancy speaks first.
So, thank you for coming. With Panos and Despina, we are close collaborators for many years, so I'm very excited that we will make this challenging film together. And also, I know that they are the right persons to enter you into the world of the memory loaded. So, Despina.
Thank you. Let me tell you something about the story. All right, thank you. Let me tell you a few things about the story. The first question is where? Where is all this happen? It happens in a place of a building, a city building in the middle of nowhere. This building looks like a bunker, like a bunker. I don't know how to pronounce it. And inside there, a population, an isolated population, lives. And what they do, they safeguard human knowledge in the minds of the charismatic people, called the mnemonic loaders. And they pass all this scientific information from the one to the other, and from generation to generation, verbally. They have a technology there, a kind of a peculiar technology where everything works with words. The words activate everything in their world. This building is a self-sustaining building. I mean, they have a plantation in the basement, and they get from there everything they want. They get their food, their clothes, their tools. Then next, is this a bureaucratic society? Yes, I would answer yes. But there is a group of people, mostly young people, some activists who want to escape, and actually they have a plan to escape. Second question is
Melinda, Cosetta, and the crew here, because everything is done very professionally and very quickly, and sometimes there are like on a shoot, an unexpected moment of waiting. So I take the opportunity to
Sorry, just a second.
Yeah, for gratitude. We go? Okay? Okay, mic is yours. My grandfather ashes. Albanian project co-produced with Germany.
Still not there.
Still problem? No? There we go. Full screen? Yeah, almost.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. Hello, My Grandfather's Ashes is a story about a young man living in Germany. He has to go back to Albania after 20 years to scatter his dead grandfather's ashes in the sea. On the way, he has to meet his family, who he actually never wanted to see again in his life. Ankled and I, we met our first year in college and basically worked on every project together ever since. And when he sent me the script, I said, wow, this is really, really amazing, and we're definitely going to make this movie. And my reaction got confirmed, because right now the script is in the quarterfinals of the final draft script competition and reached the semifinals of the launch script competition. I'll let Ankled tell you more about the story, this important, relevant story about family and how immigration changes the lives of a lot of people.
Thanks. Hi. So let's talk about the story about Leon, 30 years old, works as a bouncer in the red light district in Frankfurt and spending his nights with drugs and prostitutes. And but one night his uncle knocks on his door and telling him that his grandfather died in Albania. So Leon actually doesn't want or don't doesn't want to see his family again because they sent him to Germany when he was 6 years old. But his plan is now go to the funeral, talk to as few people as possible, and then get back to Germany with the next flight in the next morning. And his late grandfather's wish, or last wish, was that Leon takes his ashes to the sea, to his birthplace by the sea. So now Leon is confronted with his family, with his past, and especially with himself, and the journey starts that will change his life forever. And on his way to the sea, Leon meets Zoe, a German photographer. She helps him with the obstacles ahead, and also reminds him that to think about his actions. And there's a certain kind of attraction between them. They meet a young soldier who needs to get to his pregnant wife middle in the nowhere, and they ending up with a real birth, helping them with the real birth of a kid. Leon and Zoe attend a big traditional Albanian wedding, invited by a guy. They accidentally hit with their car, but what they didn't know is that this guy is at the wedding to steal the bride, who secretly loves him. And so they end up escaping from this wedding and finding then a very magical place, an abandoned village where only kids and one old guy, one old man live. All their relatives emigrated and left them. And they spent there one night, very surreal and very special and beautiful also. And all these stations on the journey reminds or confronts Leon with real life, with birth, family, with love, but also with death. When he finally reaches to the sea to scatter his grandfather's ashes there, he meets an old fisherman who knows the real story about his grandfather and Leon. So at the end, he knows, and also we know then, that his grandfather isn't his real grandfather. He rescued Leon from drowning while his parents tried to emigrate to Italy by boat. So the whole journey and this revelation of truth makes Leon feel something like love for the first time in a long time. And at the end, and finally, Leon, he understands how strong love can be and what life can give. And that's the story. Let's have a look on the actors. We already talked with Nick Jalila. He's playing Leon, a very talented, a very good actor. I like him very much. Zoe is played by Ariana Gansu, a German actress. Doesn't look at the first look like a German, but she's also German, and that's good because the movie's international. And both actors have an incredible presence in front of camera, and I like that very much. And we have also other considerations for the other actors to face in this feature, and I hope to bring them all together, or that we can bring them all together, and to have a very visual movie and with also great appearance of actors. Yeah, so Sebastian will now tell you what we need.
Yeah, so what do we need? Basically, we need partners, especially from Albania and Kosovo, but we're open for any ideas, so we're looking for partners from Italy, from France, Macedonia, basically from everywhere. 90% of the movie takes place here in Albania, so we need you, because we really want to see this movie in the theaters. And hopefully we can start production next September to make an important and relevant movie here in this beautiful country. And thank you, and see you in the one-on-one meetings.
Sorry, and one last thing, it's a German-Albanian production, so both also because the production company is also from Germany.
Yeah.
Just to thanks.
Okay, thank you. Do we have people getting in, getting out? So I'm being very demanding on your focus and attention because you know it's 10-minute talk, not in the natural language. It's about project with very lot of commitment from all the participants, and sometimes it's hard to imagine, but we all know how much we are committed within our project. So now. Project number 5, from Bulgaria, a co-production with Czech Republic. It's called A Scream as a Beautiful Song. So, once again, you must not completely believe the brochure because Viktor Tausch, the director, is not here. He's been on location somewhere and he cannot escape. Escape will be our subject today. So you cannot escape. Once the door is closed, you cannot escape. So we have here to present the project Pavla Klimešova from Czech Republic and co-producer from Bulgaria, Boris Shushkov.
Hello. My name is Pavla Klimešova, and I would like to take you on a walk movie through the Rila Mountains in Bulgaria with our film A Scream as a Beautiful Song. It's a personal story of the screenwriter Beata Barkanova and the director Viktor Tausch. Beata was struggling with some tough problems with her life, and she wanted to do something about it. So she decided that she will take a pilgrimage to a Rila monastery in Bulgaria. She went there and it helped her to sort out her values in life. And later on, she shared her experience with the director Viktor Tausch, and he told her about his life struggles. That's how our two main characters were born. Main characters Magda and Shimon, they set on a trip trekking through the Rila Mountains in Bulgaria. At first, they begin with the Musala mountain, the highest peak of the Rila mountains, and then they continue to their goal, the Rila monastery. Their plan is to park there. Magda wants to stay there for a couple weeks and think about her life values, and Shimon, he wants to do a solo trekking trip on the other mountain range. But throughout the story, they get very close, and then they decide to change their plans and go to the seaside together. That's the end of our story, and I will tell you a little bit more about the characters. They set on the trip as individual personalities. They don't know each other. They are not lovers. They are not friends. They just know each other from working in the same profession. They just decided that they want to take this journey together because they want to change something in their life. The pilgrimage forces them to fight their individual demons and learn how to perceive one another and share their existence in the wild altitude of the Balkan mountains. The story of the film is very up to date because a lot of people nowadays communicate and create relationships through social media, digital technology, and a lot of them struggle reaching closeness with one another despite being digitally connected. That's why we think that our film has a strong message that a lot of people can connect to. Sometimes you need to get lost in order to find yourself. And now I would like to show you a short video from our director, Victor Tausch, who is currently on a location in Czech Republic and couldn't be here.
To take a second, maybe.
Take a second, we have a message from...
Hello, my name is Victor Tausch, and I'm a director of a film called A Scream is a Beautiful Song. My producers, Pavla and Boris, who stand in front of you right now, I imagine, asked me to tell you a few words explaining why do I intend to make this specific film. I feel the need to explore a specific question, which in the case of our film is whether reconnecting with the original paradise, with the nature in its pure form, can help us overcome the power of experiences we went through throughout our lives. Whether it can help us to overcome the fear of love and for the other person again. We're exploring this question on the platform of a romantic movie, adventurous movie, and so hopefully we're doing so on the platform that will help us to communicate this highly contemporary topic with the largest group of audiences possible. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Borislav from Čučko Brothers, Bulgaria, and I didn't know until yesterday that I will come on stage, but since Victor didn't came, I'm trying to replace, which is completely impossible, because he's much nicer than me and much smart, and he have hair and I mean so many other benefits. Anyway, I'm here to tell you why we are co-producing the project. My first reason is Victor, because I really believe in his talent. Also, maybe I'm just also the same age, like the middle class age, and our character is going through this. I hope for me it's end. I hope I did my middle crisis.
Excuse
Yeah?
us, can we have a middle
Of course.
crisis stop because we need the remote
Okay,
control.
but I didn't come to this point. And another point that is very important is the location. This is Rila, and especially the next one, if you put it Rila Lakes. My personal experiences remind me 2 times that I couldn't breathe, that I was really feel touched from something. The first time was in Rome, in San Pietro, and when I saw Pietà, it was really, took me minutes before I can breathe again. And the second time was when I saw this for the first time in person. I really couldn't breathe. And it's an amazing spiritual place. And yeah, they really use it for some spiritual stuff. And this will really help to transfer all the emotions of the movie. What else? I think all the rest is in the booklet. We are here to answer your question after meeting one-to-one. We are looking for more people that feel in the middle class age or they just got more money from somewhere. So founds, co-producers, sales agents, everyone are welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you so much, Ari, for... So, Ari, can you get... The next one is Draičići, a village at the edge of Europe. And it starts with a video. So, for the moment...
We're not starting with the video.
Sorry?
We're starting later with the video.
Video is later. Sorry, you see, and you see, they're coming. So this is Andrea Magnani, the producer from Italy, and this is Otto Lazic-Reuschel. We're going to present this documentary called Draičići. I love that name, a village at the edge of Europe. And I'm sorry that I mismatched, I forgot the other, so you're okay. So, here's a mic for you.
Yeah, the mic is for
No, 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 and the mic, and the mic. Oh, right, okay.
So, some time ago I was in Kosovo during a project with a Roma community from Prizren, and when I was getting lost driving in the outskirts of Prizren, I ended up in a small village surrounded by huge mountains called Drajci. When I was in this village, suddenly, in these tiny roads and abandoned houses and in this isolated village, arrives a brand new car with a French license plate. Inside this car was a very young and fancy family visiting their parents in Drajci. Drajci was it impressed me immediately, like from its atmosphere, from its particular atmosphere. It has one mosque, one church, there are living 35 families, and there is a small grocery shop. I'm already spending many time and many months there, and was already living there some time to gain the trust, the confidence with the people, and I wanted now to show you like what I saw and what I felt when I was there. So please the video.
Ja zamišljam da radiš, završiš srednju školu i da beriš. Pa ako Bog da, ako Bog da neko nastavno. Ako tu je. Daj da vidim tako nešto. Ajde ovati. A, ova za jedna utakmica i gotova.
So this small microcosmos would give me like the right point of view and the right perspective, like to observe like the changing process of Europe from its edge. In fact, like the two main protagonists will be Fame and Nishat. Fame is 60 years old. He's the owner of the small grocery shop that you saw in the teaser, and he's of course like he has. Two daughters living in Sweden, and he lived his whole life in Drajci. But and he saw while living in Drajci his whole life his country changing 3 times. On the other hand, we have Nishat that is just 16 years old, and Nishat is living in a country that is not recognized from everybody yet, and his brothers are living in France. His older brothers are living in France. So basically, he's also just waiting to finish school to leave the country and to join their brothers. Yeah, I think that this is the main story of these two characters. Of course, like these moments when they get together, when the people, we will see the ambitious and the delusion of the one who left and the one who came back, because of course they are always coming back to their birthplace, let's say. I will pass the mic.
So why I decided to produce Drajčići? I decided to produce Drajčići because it has to do with Otto's origins. Let's say that Otto's origins reflects the story of Drajčići, a small village at the edge of Europe, but it's also Europe now, that is at the edge, facing huge uncertainty about its future. And Otto, for example, has 3 nationalities: Croatian, German, and Italian. He speaks 5 languages. So it's for that reason I wanted to produce this movie, because the same questions Otto is asking on his project are the same question we are asking to ourselves as Europeans. Otto, in his past and his former experience, shot in particular places in the world, in Chiapas in Mexico, and in Melilla, and a Spanish enclave in North Africa. So Drajčići is his new next project, and is a German-Italian co-production. We are looking for a Balkan co-producer, because we think this is a natural partner for the project like that. And so, if you wish, we can discuss it later, and thank you so much.
Okay. Am I wrong, or if there are subtitles you cannot see because of the chairs? Yes. So you know the next project, which is the last of this session, is going to be there's going to be image, you know, as at the end, and I think there are subtitles because. Maybe Ali can be screened here? Okay. Okay, so I don't have to move. Thank you so much. So, everybody seated, I keep asking you for super focus. Thank you so much. We have here a Serbian project and called Christina. Christina, well, okay. Please meet Christina, who is going to be our companion for the last 10 minutes of this session. The great Christina. It's documentary, but maybe it's not a documentary. You know, for the last project of this session, it becomes tricky, and it's still about escape, if we can say this is our main theme. So, director Nikola Spasic. I'm good. Sorry for my broken Serbian, sorry for my broken Albanian, sorry for my broken Croatian, my broken Turkish, I'm sorry. So Nikola Spasic, Nikola Spasic, director, and Milanka Vojc, producer. So please, the mic is yours. Thank you for your attention for that last speech before the break.
Christina was born in a little Serbian town in traditional family, like as a first female child. Yes, female. Like a male child. Like a first male child. In a world we live in, money doesn't solve all problems, but could solve many of Christina's problems. Because of that, she decided to earn it and managed to do that. After 10 years, serious battle, hormonal therapy, and several medical operations, her sex has finally been adapted to her gender identity. Today, Christina is a successful businesswoman. She is hardworking and economical. The clients love her because she fulfills their dreams and fantasies. She's investing her money into antiques and paintings. When we saw Christina for the first time in a YouTube video, we thought that she is a fantastic character for a documentary film. However, when we met her, we found that the situation is quite different.
During the very first meeting, Christina told us that she's life became very boring in past few years, and she is not interested in documentary. However, during our conversation, we found out that there is one period of her life that is very exciting, almost cinematic period. At that moment, I realized that in front of me is an actress with a cinematic life story. Why an actress? Because as a transgender person, she needed to say build a woman character, and at other side, as a sex worker, she need to play different role plays with her clients. The film Christina is based on a real person and actual events in which, and in that film, some things will be to documentary styles and other will be fiction-like. We are going to focus on period in which two totally different men came to her life. One is one Albanian guy in which he falls in love, but who suddenly disappears. And second one is a policeman who want to arrest her. During her escaping from an inspector, she is trying to find her impossible love.
Nicola and I feel that Christina is a special project, and we are happy that we have opportunity to invest all of our knowledge and experience into it. We know that our project is going to cause a dilemma. Is this a documentary or a fiction film? Well, Nicola, you are the director. Tell me, are you making a documentary or a fiction film?
My deciding to accept this project was a three-stage decision. First stage was when I met Christina, and I realized that she is a very nice character who breaks taboos and stereotypes. Second one is when I saw a gilded sign in front of her house that says Augustus Christina Ferrari. And when I saw her house, which is supported by Yoni columns, in that moment I realized that Christina is a character who knows how to bring things together, especially the ones that cannot go together, simply cannot go together. And third stage, when I saw Christina's car that she uses as an escort vehicle. I'm talking about Ford from 90s that she pimped out herself. She put spoilers on it, sports seats in it. She painted it Ferrari red and put Ferrari stickers on it. When I asked her, what kind of car is that? She said to me, it is a transgender car. The answer to your question, this is docu-fiction, performed documentary, or simply this project is transgenre.
So we are looking for co-producers, funds, and acquisitions for our transgenre movie.
Yes.
And let me see a teaser.
Jeste, Kristina, izvoli. Komplet servis u mom smeštaju 150 sat vremena. Jesu u mom smeštaju, su iz Beograda? Dobro, reci mi kada si to mislio? Šta konkretno te zanima? Znači neki roleplay, je li tako? Pa nije problem u principu, onda bi to radili na primjer na sat vremena, pošto u pola sata nudim samo neki standardni servis, orali klasiku i ako ti odgovara na sat vremena nije problem. Cena. Sat i 100. Možeš u toku dana naravno, ali pola sata, sat ranije u svakom slučaju. Eto, čujemo se, čao. Dođi kod mene. Zašto smetaš mami dok radi? Pa niko ne može da živi od ljubavi, je li ti? Osim možda mene i tebe, no? Jeste.
Okay, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's noon sharp. So we recoup our lay. So let's meet at 12:30 here, and we have the coffee break. Thank you very much. See you in 30 minutes. It's good because it's 12:35, and we are gaining on the schedule. So we are aiming looking at finishing by 2. I think we'll be finished, in between 10 to 2 and 2. Okay? So, thank you very much for being back, for being attentive, for being away from your cell phone, from not talking to each other when people are talking here. I don't know how we say in French. Révolté. So, they will, the great team of Balkan Film Market will let you go out and let you get in after. And there we go. So thank you for your focus. Thank you for your acceptation of accents, because it's only about, no one speaks the language, the English language, so it's more or less easy for each other. So it requests more attention. And we are going to start with a project called Sister. And it is from Macedonia, and it is presented by its director, Dina Duma, and its producer, Maria Dimitrova. And we are, bravo, yes, just applause to encourage them, because as they're starting, and we're starting with a trailer. Is that right, Maria? Yes, we're starting with a trailer. So I have nothing to say special about the. I will mention each time if really what's said in the brochure is very different from the new reality. So everything is. We have to start with this trailer. We cannot work without this trailer. I know. I just. Yeah, you ready for the trailer? Okay, everybody's ready. We're ready with the door. We're ready with cell phone with cell phone. I have my favorite victim at the back of this room. I have my favorite victim who is Thank you, my darling, for quitting your cell phone for us. Thank you. Okay, ladies, the mic is yours. So I give you the mic. And thank you, Ari, for the video.
They say after a sandstorm, it's almost impossible to see. You can't even see the person standing right in front of you. There is something so beautiful about that. Are we in a constant sandstorm? Why can't we recognize the people closest to us? My name is Maya. This is my best friend, Jan.